Hey, how much time do I have, Tiffany? 6 minutes. Nice. I'll be done in 10. Just kidding. It's a joke. I take forever. All right. Just to explain that whole whatever Southeast Asian Heritage Month, whatever's going on. I realized as I was sitting in my chair that this month of May happens right after April 30th, which is Black April, and how fitting that the two events are right next to each other. So when I was saying the month is a good time to find your identity, get in touch with your roots. If you haven't done so already, if you already have done so, give your roots another hug. You might learn something new about yourself. Because, you know, every time you introspect or look into where your family's from, you might learn something cool, you know? So also, as I was growing up, there's not too many like kids here, but as I was growing up, there's nothing telling me about my culture or my people or my history, even in history class. You know, Vietnam's history started in the Vietnam War, which doesn't make any sense. We've been around longer than America. But either way, that's why I'm not a history teacher. My history was majored. Or my major was history. That's what I never thought of that. Or maybe I'll turn that into something. History was major. Oh, wow, my major was history. But I will be a math teacher. I'm a living contradiction. But either way, here, sometimes I come up here with no plan, but I'll tell you the plan. I'm going to talk a little bit, I'm going to do one poem, and I'll talk a little bit more, and I'll be done. That's the outline. Someone gave me this advice. When you go and speak in front of people, once you get up there, tell them what you're about to tell them, and then tell it to them. And then at the end of it, tell them what you just told them. It's pretty good advice if you want to do a presentation. But hey, I don't know anything. All right, so this is my last common ground, as far as I know. Sorry guys, I love common ground. I've been here since it started in 2010, right around the time I graduated college, but I'm about to move out of town, so no guarantee I'll be here next month or the month afterward. So, hey, it's really good being here. Hey, thanks. It's actually, as Mark was saying, to have an open mic in OC, I don't know what that's not like. Because as soon as I graduated and moved back to OC, there was an open mic here. How convenient, right? So, I'll never live a life without that. It's like living a life without internet. I don't know what's going on. Just kidding. Internet started when I was in 6th grade. Okay, 3 minutes. I'll start this poem. And this is actually a part of a song from an upcoming mixtape that I'm recording in my friend's studio. It's a legit studio. It's called the Sober Mixtape. Oh yeah. Back to the topic of things that I was going to say before the poem. I wanted to touch on a topic. It's a sensitive topic that no one talks about, especially in the Asian American community. It's the topic of raves. No one talks about it, but it's actually an issue within our community. Because you'll see a large population of young Asian American youth going to these raves, and there's nothing wrong with a musical concert. It's just some of these musical concert goers partake in, you know, illicit, illegal, synthetic things that's not so good for their brain, kind of mind-numbing activities, you know, at these raves. And that's an issue, you know? I mean, like, what one little bit, itty bit, they used to use MDMA in therapy, psychology, I learned in class. Okay, so a little bit's not gonna ruin someone's life, but the issue is, you know, when I see my friend from high school who I never see anymore, and he can't walk because he just took, you know, 5 pills or something terrible, and now he can't control himself, that's bad, you know? And if there's a lot of people in our Asian community doing that, that's an issue, because who knows what that's gonna do afterward, you know, in the long term. So, on that topic, I know it's easy topic to talk about, you know? Some people be like, hey, I go to raves. Whatever. I've been to one too, whatever. Let's not talk about that in public. See, that's how crazy that topic is. Anyways, so that's what inspired this poem, which I wrote right after December 21st, 2012. So it was right after the end of the world, and then a whole bunch of people went to a rave for New Year's, and then I got inspired by this, and thanks. And I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. And I didn't try to come out cocky, but it might sound a little cocky. I apologize. Whatever. So, oh, and also to address people who say I rhyme too much and my rhymes don't make sense. They make a lot of sense, and it's just another linguistic skill that I've been able to figure out. But either way, my intention is to create rhymes with meaning, you know. So I'll get this going. It's real quick, okay. Being a b-boy, I think it's funny how they dance at raves, especially for those who are paying their ticket with the money from financial aid. Yeah. So since that's the first two lines, I'm going to say it again for later. Being a b-boy, I think it's funny how they dance at raves, especially those paying for their ticket with their money from financial aid. Rolling on their pills to enjoy the way they feel, but that sense of security is like a toy, it's never real. Either in the bleachers or near their speakers, bang their head hard, mellowed out like thugs entranced with nugs they got through MedCard. Not calling no one out, but I'm speaking in general. The signs are pretty obvious, but the message is subliminal. They try to dumb the youth down and turn them into criminals. Stories on the news keep us angry, scared, and cynical. I serve through my words where my mission can be found, trying to stay the path with addiction all around. Can't stand the pain? Stop choking on your Vicodin. Breathe in the trees if you need it to get hype again. We all have fears, but persevere here in spite of them. Move beyond the darkness and radiate the light within. That's enlightenment. That was verse 1. Verse 2 is the first few moons of the newest Bach tune. Is it all gonna end? I guess we'll find out soon. Can't catch the wave, at least vibe with the tune. Be aware of the moment, conscious what your mind is doing. Expect new ideas with the changing of the age. God gives life in a manger, not a cage. The more they try to program, the stranger we behave. Nowadays, many rave or stay in chains, still a slave. Economic bondage wrecked by the dishonest. If IMF control the price, you can expect another shortage. Sick of all the garbage. Brains get polluted, then the rains get polluted. We get sick from all the garbage. When tyranny reigns, you know the people pour. In the media every time, watches egos soar. What to do is like a zoo. Slim chances of achieving more. Atrophying captivity leaves American eagles soar. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Okay. That was random. Last verse. Okay. Age of the Pisces, replaced by Aquarius. Nothing can compare to what the feeling of awareness is. I really stopped stressing about religious oppression, because the way you live your life is now your biggest expression. It's time for manifesting, and it's time to stop the guessing. It's time to listen up, and it's time to take a lesson. It's time to get together, and it's time for some progression. Media lie all the time, so it's time to ask some questions. Yeah, it's kind of weird depicting Jesus as white, because in truth he's Middle Eastern. It's Israelite, but God is real light and exists in all things. And his name abused in vain has led to fallen kings. So what are you pursuing? Your dreams or your ruins? Life is like a classroom and you'll always be a student. Know when to look within and to power down your cell phone. Take control of your life knowing that your life is self-owned. Man, we should make that well known. So, the moral of the story is your life is self-owned. So, thank you. Thank you very much.